5 ways Krishna is related to Arjuna. By Krishna's mercy. Sakheti matva prasbham yad uktam. He Krishna, he Yadav, he Sakheti. Ajanata mahimanam tavedam. Maya pramadat pranayen vapi. Yach chavaha sartham. Asat kritosi. Vihar shayyasan bhojaneshu. Ekoth vapya. Achyut tat samaksham. Tat kshamaye. Tvam aham aprameyam. Quote, I have in the past addressed you as, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, without knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times while relaxing or while lying on the same bed or eating together, sometimes alone, and sometimes in front of many friends. Please excuse me for all my offenses. Arjuna, Bhagavad-gita, 11:41-42. The picture alone is beautiful. A well-dressed warrior, handsome in appearance, seated on his chariot. These were the central hubs of military conflict playing out on the theater of a physical playing field in ancient times. The chariot also had someone steering it, like a driver, but more beautiful than anyone can imagine. The complexion of that driver is blue, like the rain cloud. The Sanskrit is Meghavarna. As if the image weren't beautiful enough, there is the symbol of the fearless, heroic, swift, and ever-dedicated Hanuman on the flag that flies atop. From every possible angle, this chariot is special. There is something amazing taking place. The warrior holding the bow and arrows is named Arjuna. The person steering the chariot is Krishna. Since he accepts direction from Arjuna in that capacity, Krishna is also known as Partha Sarathi. The two were together for more than a military conflict. It was from this setting that the famous Bhagavad-gita was spoken. That conversation was transcribed and immortalized through the combined efforts of the royal attendant named Sanjaya, the compiler of the Vedas known as Vyasa, and dutiful son of Shiva, and Parvati known as Ganesha. Bhagavad-gita lives forever since it is nestled within the pages of the sacred Mahabharata history. But why exactly were the two together? Why were Arjuna and Krishna on the same chariot? Why did it seem as if these two amazing personalities were destined to be in close proximity at this precise moment in history? 1. Cousin. Arjuna is one of 5 brothers collectively known as the Pandavas. This name is derived from their father, who is Pandu. The brothers are like princes. They were entitled to throne at Hastinapura, which was like the capital city of the land, known as Bharatvarsha. In essence, whoever controlled Hastinapura controlled the world. That control was the birthright of those brothers, of whom Yudhishthir was the eldest. Events do not always go according to plan. Pandu had to leave this world early. He left behind his wife named Kunti. She was a supremely blessed figure, well regarded by the Devas, who are the higher beings residing in the heavenly realm. Kunti was the birth mother to the first 3 Pandava brothers, Yudhishthir, Bhima, and Arjuna. Kunti was the sister of Vasudeva, and Vasudeva was the birth father of Sri Krishna. As Bhagavad-gita itself later reveals, the birth and activities, janma and karma, for Krishna are divine in nature. Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo vetti tattvataha. Tyaktva deham punarjanma. Naiti mam eti so Arjuna. Quote, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita 4:9. 2. Charioteer. As Kunti was Vasudeva's sister, this made Krishna and Arjuna cousins. They would spend time together due to that link in family. As mentioned above, Krishna also served as the chariot driver. This is incredible to comprehend, considering the actual nature of Krishna. It was generally kept confidential, guhya, since there were other purposes to serve. Krishna was not beneath taking the role of servant, especially for a cousin. 3. Guru. The Pandavas were set to reclaim the kingdom that should have been theirs from the beginning. Arjuna and Krishna are on a chariot with the intent of fighting. This is not a training exercise. This isn't a dress rehearsal for a theatrical production. Hostilities were set to commence. Arrows would fly through the air. Targets would be hit. Men would die. Families would be destroyed as a result. The destruction was, in fact, one of Arjuna's concerns. Upon reaching the arena, he suddenly felt hesitant. He was worried about success in moving forward and dealing with the collateral damage. Utsanna kul dharmanam, manushyanam janardan, narke niyatam vaso, bhavatitya anushushrum. Quote, O Krishna, maintainer of the people, I have heard by disciplic succession that those who destroy family traditions dwell always in hell. Arjuna, Bhagavad-gita, Via 143. Krishna breaks from his role at the time. He is no longer the charioteer. He is now the guru. Arjuna asked for this. Krishna was not going to decline the interaction out of a false sense of modesty. There was no reason to think of an excuse. Arjuna needed help. Krishna could offer assistance, as he is indeed the Adi Guru, or the original spiritual teacher of the universe. 4. Friend. Why Arjuna's chariot? Why not help any of the other countless soldiers assembled on the battlefield? Aside from their link through family, Krishna and Arjuna were friends. They were known to spend time together. They enjoyed each other's company. In their subsequent conversation, Krishna revealed his divine nature. He showed what is known as the Virat Rupa. This is the universal form, and in one sense the image is horrifying, Goram. Upon seeing that vision, Arjuna felt a bit of regret. He remembered the friendly banter of the past. Friendship forms amongst equals. At the same time, Krishna has no equal. This must mean that Krishna enjoyed being friends with Arjuna, such that the divine nature would be suppressed. Arjuna still apologized, and then asked for Krishna to return to his regular form. 5. Ever-present well-wisher. Shri Bhagavan Uvach, Bahuni me vyatitani, janmani tava charjun, tanya aham ved sarvani, natvam veth parantapa. Quote, the Blessed Lord said, Many, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy. Bhagavad-gita 4:5. It is said that Arjuna and Krishna are always together. That image from the battlefield captures a moment in time. The image depicts their eternal closeness. Arjuna, though a character from history, is like the symbol of the struggling conditioned soul, the jiva. Krishna is like the all-pervading witness, the supersoul inside, always ready to guide. The secret to success in the human life is to turn inwards, to accept that guidance, to learn how to both recognize it and follow it. This takes place through the assistance of the external guide, the spiritual master. In closing, on that chariot to find, family ties to bind. Arjuna standing with Krishna nearby, driver prepared for orders hereby. Also, as friends previously known, not accidental that placement shown. If ever in doubt to confide, ready is that well-wishing guide.